Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Veronica Jenkins, and I am here this evening to do some direct to order evidential mediumship readings. And what do I mean by that? Well, it means that I'm going to come directly to you. So please keep commenting because I'm doing my own admin, so I can't scroll up and down. So just keep on commenting so I know that you're still there. And so I'll be drawn to somebody, give that person the opportunity to say who they would like a reading from. And my aim is to be able to link with that person and give them that the person that they're asking for. Okay. My dog's trying to he's managed to get into the room. And evidential because I aim to give you the evidence so you are absolutely sure that the person that I have got with me is your loved one in spirit. So first of all, just a few hellos. So hi, Donna Marie. Thank you. She was on half an hour early on YouTube. Dom, hi. Andrea, hi. Kirsty, Angel, Dolores, Angela, Charlene, and Autumn. Very good to have you on. And since you were so early on, Donna Marie, you're going to be rewarded. I will attempt to come to you. You're wanting a message from your girlfriend, Leslie. If I have the right lady here, you would understand her having very, very short hair on one side and longer hair on the other side of her. She had she had some tattoos on her arm, I feel, and she's got piercings as well. Would you understand, Donna, Leslie being this lady? Okay, let's sort of get the energy going. And no, not her. Okay, right. Sometimes, Donna, we get people that are aligning with us for a message, and then sometimes after that, I will then get the person you're wanting through. So would you understand another lady in spirit of that description, please? And I feel the lady with this description would have had some form of traumatic accident as well. Because she's taking me to her head as though there was some sort of impact with her head, if that makes any sense. So Donna, sorry I haven't been able to link up with Leslie first and foremost. No, not for me. Okay, Donna, I'm going to sort of have a drink of water and just see whether I've got somebody else coming through for you, and I will ask again for Leslie. Okay, the lady I have coming through now is making me feel quite peaceful and quiet within herself. She's showing me with a centre partning and long curled hair. I feel that her weight could vary. Okay, I'm going to different weights with her, so I know that perhaps weight was a struggle with her. She wanted to change her weight. There's something around her weight there. Would this make sense, Donna, with Leslie? And yes, she was heavy set. Okay. We got her. So sorry about not being able to link with her to start with, but as I'm linking with Leslie now, she is saying you will find this other lady that I brought through first, okay? It's just in a different direction that you're possibly thinking, and she's talking about a pub environment there as well, okay? But going back to Leslie for you, I feel with her, you'd understand something struggled in the end with mobility. You'd understand it's a tattoo that she's got on her wrist there, and she's giving me the sense that she would have had problems with her breathing as well, struggling to get a breath. But I feel not necessarily linked with lungs, because her lungs feel clear. Lord, I'm getting a no tattoo. But would you understand then, if there's not a tattoo, why she's making me aware of her wrist here, please? There is something that she's trying to point out with the wrist there. Yes, breathing issues. And you'd understand there's organ failure with her, but there's also problems with her heart. Oh, she wanted one. Okay. And there's some sort, with that wanting one, there's some sort of connection with you. Was it a little tattoo? That's right. But I feel there was some connection with you with that as well, or a child where that it was some sort of, she's just wanting me as a representation of a bond, a love bond that was there, and that's why she was you were going to get one together. Thank you. And with this, she's suddenly getting very, very, very emotional with me, because that love bond between you is, I want to say is, incredibly wonderful. You took on so many battles together, okay, not against each other, but together, and supported each other through so many attitudes and negativity, family. She's talking about sister. I don't know whether that's your sister or her sister, that could be very snipey as well. And there's kind of a block there, or she's trying to put a block away from that negativity, because she just wants to bring this incredible protection around you, Donna, because you are still so much loved by her. You know she'll always be around you, and she's tugging your hair for some reason. I'm just getting these hair tugs. So yeah, sister-in-law. She's just tugging me hair as though that would be a memory and just a jokey thing that would be done. Okay. So she's just coming through with so much love for you, Donna. And the messages is just keep on going. You know she is there. She always will be there for you as long as you want her around, darling. Okay. She was a hairdresser. Okay, fair days. So I'll leave you with her love, and thank you so much for working with me and letting me bring through your beautiful, wonderful Leslie. Okay, so those who have newly joined us, the way that I'm working this evening is by going direct to people. So please keep on posting, because I can't do my own admin, so I can't scroll back up and down. So keep on posting so I know that you're still here, but also let me know who you want me to link with. I'd much rather go to the loved ones that you've got in spirit. I do mediumship readings rather than psychic readings tonight. So the difference being mediumship is about linking with your loved ones, where psychic is very much linking to you and having a sense of what's going around you. I'm not doing those psychic readings tonight. I am very much doing the spiritual readings, bringing through evidence of survival of spirit after their physical death. Okay, so who have I got Cookie. You'd like to get a message from your mother, Margaret. What a lovely name, Cookie. What a lovely name. Okay, Margaret. If I've got to your mum here, you would understand her smoking. You'd understand her having a cough, and also some difficulty in swallowing towards the end of her life as well. So if you can just let me know if this makes sense to you with your mum. And you would understand. I know a lot of mums sing lullabies, but that in particular is what she's singing. She's making me aware as well that she would have suffered from headaches. Thank you for the confirmation there, Cookie. Oops, there we are. She would have suffered from headaches prior to her passing as well. And she's taking this breathing as though it was taking her breath away. Okay, so I feel that her passing would have been linked with this shortness of breath and just not being able to catch her breath there. She's making me aware that there would have been two particular people at her passing, and just being aware of them there, with one standing and one sitting. Would you understand this, Cookie, with your mum's passing, please? And I feel that she had been struggling for a while there, but actually right at the end, it's like she'd been given something and her whole system just went into calmness, and she passed actually quite gently and peacefully at the end there. Okay, she's talking about being extremely grateful for the support that you and was his sister-in-law gave to her. She kind of said, this is her, not me. Okay, the men weren't that helpful. Okay, they're kind of hovered at the back. She tolerated my men, let's put it that way. Okay, and as I'm pulling her away from how things were around her passing, your sister, your brother, and your stepfather. So there's actually 4 of you, but there was 2 in. I think it's this thing about the men pushing them to the back. So those were you and your sister were the ones. Thing. Stabworthy, I'm not going by any order. When I finish, I will then see who I'm drawn to. So keep on posting. Okay. I get the sense that when your mum was younger, Cookie, she had a cracking personality. She really was quite, whoa. She'd be quite forward and bouncy, and it's like she could take on the world, and there's this just incredible energy about her, and it really pulled people in because of how she was as well, and she's trying to give you that energy, because she's saying that you've been down for quite a while now, and it's like she wants you back to how she was and how you can be with that buzzy creative energy. And as I say creative there, you would understand an interest and a love in art, and she's showing me paintbrushes and paints, and more like watercolors than oils, and pencils, and just drawings and scribbles and things like this around the place. So I'm not sure whether she's bringing this in for you or whether this is a memory with mum, please. Okay. Geraldine, would you understand the name Geraldine or Gerald? as well that's just been called in there, whether it was a quite distant relation with that, but that name came in. And I want to go to May as well, and beginning of May, around the 4th, 5th of May. No, I don't know what you're saying no to, Cookie, sorry, because it's going the information is coming in thick and fast from her. So if you let me know what you're not understanding, then I can go back to Mom and ask her to give me in a different way, okay? Because it's often me they give me information, and it's got to go through my brain, which actually can distort it at times. So the name Geraldine, fair enough. Don't worry too much about that then, but you would understand that the early May date there, and I feel that would be around your mum. So sometimes that's funeral dates, it's passing dates, it's birthdays, wedding anniversaries, those kind of dates, or even engagement dates. So she's just, as I say, bringing through that energy for you. And is this demonic? No, it's your loved ones. Unless you're calling your Auntie Mabel demonic, Stopworth, then no. Okay. Okay. Cookie, take so much love from your mum and this energy, and start living, start enjoying life, and get that sort of buzzy creative thing going around you, and just no mum's around you. You have at the edge of hearing heard her, and it's just right at the edge of hearing. It's like, did I actually hear that or not? Okay, Mom, all right. And there's this gentleness, and there's a lovely smell that comes with her, a perfumey smell. This perfumey smell that comes, so she would have had a particular perfume that she would have worn as well, and that's what she's comes to you with. Okay, so please take her love, and thank you so much for working with me, Cookie. I hope that meant all meant something for you. So let's say a few hellos to people. Hi Marie, hi Goody, hi Eva, hi Mel, hi Hannah, sorry, not Anna. Let's who am I drawing? Maureen. Mel, could I come to you, and I will see whether I were able to link with Maureen for you. Okay. Oh, you've gone. The messages go too quick. Hi Mel. Okay. Right. Maureen. You would, if I've got the right lady with you, Mel, if I have got Maureen for you, you would understand Maureen as being quite elderly when she passed. She's giving me the sense of being quite frail. She's lost weight before she's passed. She's struggled with... Oh, okay, that's interesting. On one hand, I'm getting a really good appetite, so maybe that was before she got ill. No, she wasn't elderly. Okay, well, Maureen, let me work with this lady that's come in. Would you understand this lady? And maybe Maureen will come in on the back of it, because it's often, when I don't get the person, I will get somebody else that's linked to them, and then be able to, because they come in with a message for you. Okay, so would you understand another lady, Mel, in spirit, that Maureen had a good appetite, did she? Or the other lady that you're thinking of in spirit with that description? And right, okay, I see what I've done. I have got Maureen. Right, yeah, I have got the elderly lady, but I have got Maureen as a separate person with the appetite. Let me move over to Maureen, okay? You would understand with Maureen. Sorry, I'm trying to differentiate between Maureen and a mum there. You would. Okay, I'll just give the information and see which person it's sitting with. So I'm getting an inability to control temperature. I'm getting really hot, but then feeling really cold, needing layers on. So that there's a condition there where the temperature, not being able to control temperature, putting the heating on full blast and still feeling cold, but other times stripping off the layers, and you would understand diabetes in there as well with either Maureen or her mum. And because I do feel as though I'm getting these two mixed up together, that I'm getting bits from both of them. That's Maureen, that's Maureen. She wasn't always hot and cold. Okay. You would understand with Maureen that she was either one of two children or she had two children. Oh, they both had diabetes. Okay, there we are. That's why it came through so strong, isn't it? Okay. A really, really sweet tooth. And I feel that one of them was actually able to manage going onto the diabetes kind. She had two children, thank you. Being able to manage going on to the diabetes sweeties, where it have been a mum, I feel, that wouldn't have been able to manage that. She just went for the full fat sweeties and never really got her diabetes under control. Whereas I think with Maureen, she did to a certain extent. But I do feel that there were other factors there that just kept piling on. And she's making me aware that there were startings of eye problems, but circulation was really bad. And she's making me aware of sores. Maureen went full fat. That's Grandma Mom. Maureen went full fat. Okay. So I knew there was one that did, yeah. So, and she's just laughing about it as well. That she just, she knew, she really did know that she wasn't doing herself any favors, but it was like that there was a part of her that just couldn't say no. She really, really struggled at times emotionally. She tried to put a sort of brave face on it a lot of the times, but it was problematic for her emotionally at times. And I feel that there would have been rejection in her life that she never particularly coped with very well. And I feel that I know that your grandma had diabetes as well, so there's obviously a hereditary thing there. But I feel the trauma around rejection and things like that sort of did like trigger, the stress was a massive trigger with the diabetes. Okay. Mel, with your mum here, she's taking your hand, both hands, and wanting to sit you down. And she's wanting you just to let everything out, because you have been holding so much in for so long now that it's actually not been great for you. okay? And she was always one that massive hugs, and then the tears would come because you felt so safe that you just could release and let those emotions down, let those emotions out. And Mum is very, very much wanting to give you massive, massive hugs to enable you just to, or your mother-in-law, just to release and let those emotions out. Okay. I know, I'm feeling them. I want to pass them on to you because she is there, though. She is there around you, Mel. Okay. And she's saying you can get through anything. You really can get through anything. Okay. You're strong, you're strong-willed. But don't forget that sometimes strength comes through weakness, and that weakness being allowing yourself to be fragile emotionally. And yes, I know sometimes you stop yourself from crying because you don't think you'll stop if you do. But actually, you will feel so much stronger, so much better in yourself if you can release those emotions that are starting to be a block to you. Okay, then, Mel, I will leave you with both Maureen and Yanan's love there. Okay, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with you and your wonderful family in spirit. Okay, for those that have just come on, the way that I'm working, I am going direct to individual people. So do please keep on commenting. And when I come direct, I'm going to order. So what that means is you tell me who you would like me to link with. Okay. I'm doing evidential mediumship, not psychic. I am linking with loved ones in spirit and giving you evidence of their personality, how they were, perhaps information around their passing, those kind of things. So the evidence that spirit long lives on in the spirit world after their human journey has finished. Okay. Angel, let's go to you. Denise, your sister-in-law. Okay. Right. If I've got the right lady, Angel, you would understand Denise liking her rings and quite often wearing a lot of rings on her fingers. Okay. She's showing me grey hair, but I feel it would have been dyed in some way. So whether it was dyed with a blue-grey touch or something. Is this making sense to you, Angel, please? And you'd understand that this metallic kind of taste in her mouth as well. I know there's some... she dyed her hair, but only blonde. Maybe she's just referring to my grey hair. But you'd understand the dyeing of the hair. You don't remember more than her wedding ring, so okay. Okay. Angel, would possible metallic taste, okay, because it was linked to a specific condition. If maybe I'm misunderstanding about the rings. If you're only remembering her engagement and wedding rings, would you understand an issue around there? Why she would be drawing my attention to those rings, please? Okay. And I'm just trying to pull her closer to get some sense of how she was when she's passed, and she's making me feel really uncomfortable. There's an issue I feel around her back area, like a stabbing right in the middle of her back. Would that you think her daughter took her rings? Okay. Would you understand this condition where there would have been a stabbing pain in her back that went through, kind of thing. And you'd understand just total uncomfortableness with that. And she's talking about a lot of pills, okay? And some of those she's making me feel quite dizzy and disorientated. And the tablets themselves could sort of zone her out, I want to say. But there's also something else with those pills as well. Okay. Ended up on morphine. Oh, so that's the zoning out and everything. And with the morphine, she just didn't feel like herself anymore. You know, you'd understand her saying something like that. It's just not her, and she feels disassociated with herself in some way. And she's making me feel as though she didn't want to take them, but everybody was saying you've got to take them, kind of thing, and she accepted being kind of pushed into but she couldn't be herself on it. That's right. I accept the medication was needed, but she didn't want it because of how it made her feel. Yeah. So what I feel she's doing is taking me into the message part of this for you, Angel, that there's a situation around you where you feel that you're being pressurized into a decision, and she's saying don't allow that to happen. Go with your gut every time. Say no. I mean, I know that with morphine that was needed for her, but you would understand the situation on the earth plane for you, where you are being made to feel pressured into making a decision or to do something that you don't feel is right for you, okay? And she's very much behind you in saying, say no, go with your gut, okay? So I hope that makes sense for you, Angel, and please take her love with you, and thank you for allowing me to maybe come in. Okay, I don't usually, and Spirit don't usually do any kind of things in the future. If anything, they give me past situations, but don't usually bother with the future because that's not evidential, really. So look around, and maybe it's a past decision that's repeating. Okay, that you've gone with it before, and it's going to come up again that way, where it's happened before, and it's a repeating one because you didn't say no. You can take it in the past, right? So in that case, watch where that's going to come up again, and this time, please, she's saying, say no this time, because it will keep on happening until you say no and break away from it. Okay, so hi everybody, those that have joined us. I'm Veronica Jenkins, and I run online live psychic readings, which you are probably watching this on. If you're watching it on my Facebook page, I think you can't comment on there, so please do come over onto online live psychic readings, and we'll get you on there. Okay, please just message to say that in the comments, to say that you're here, but also put in who it is that you would like me to link with, because I'm not doing psychic readings. I'm not like linking to you to get information about you and therefore give you potential things that might happen in the future because of the situation we're in now. What I am doing is evidential mediumship of your loved ones. Okay, so Skylight, Hans, you, there we are. Oh, your name is Hans. I need the name of your loved one in spirit, Skylight. Okay, right. So Amanda, I'll go with you instead. Would love a message from your big sister called Caroline. Okay, let's see how we can do with Caroline. Okay. Okay. I don't know whether this is just because I knew somebody that was called Caroline that had long, dark hair. Would your Caroline have long, dark hair? Please, Amanda, please. And right. And with Caroline, you'd understand problems with her skin as well, Amanda, that there was she's just drawing me to her skin and touching me the skin as though this part blonde hair. Okay, I think that's probably just, as I say, I knew somebody called Caroline with long dark hair. So that's what came to mind straight away. This is a fun bit of mediumship where you actually have to take you out of the equation, otherwise spirit will link in with your memories. Okay, so with Caroline, you'd understand loop earrings, please. Now, my Caroline didn't wear loop earrings, so I know that must be your Caroline, Amanda. Okay, so loop gold earrings she's showing me. And a wicked smile as well, absolute wicked smile. And someone that you could have belters of arguments with, but actually there was just so much love there. And I know you can say that about most sisters, but this seems especially so. Would you understand 5 years? So would it be 5 years that are between your ages, Amanda, please? She has. I presume that's the earrings. Or if that's not the age gap between the two of you, would you understand where the 5 years comes in? Because she just brings in 5 years. It might be 5 years since she's passed if it's not 5 years between the two of you. Okay. She's talking about a younger sister as well. Would you understand that there being at least 3 of you with a younger sister as well? Because yes, there is 5 years. Thank you. Because she's giving me the sense that there's a younger female who is still really struggling with everything around her passing. Okay, that she's just not getting through that grief effectively. And Caroline's very much wanting that love around her to support her with that process of grief and getting through it, because it's like she's closing herself off little by little, and that's not healthy for anybody, is it? So you'd understand also about Caroline that she had very dry mouth prior to her passing, please. She's making me want to have a drink of water there. And she's making me aware that there was issues around her stomach as well. I'm not sure that she actually passed with the stomach, but there was some issues prior to her passing with her stomach as well. Okay. Amanda, in terms of Caroline's personality, I feel that she was the sensible one. She tried to be the sensible one anyway, and that she died suddenly in the bath. Okay. I'm not sure what this stomach thing is then. Okay. Unless it's yourself, would you understand yourself having problems with your stomach at the moment? But she was the sensible one. She and that neat and tidy, I want to say as well. But you would understand somebody on the earth plane who is not neat and tidy in any shape or form, and things are just left everywhere. At some points, it's tidied up, but a lot of the time, things are just left until the tidy up happens. Okay. And she's just laughing about that. It's like that somebody needs to go around tidying up after them. Okay. And actually, I feel this is where her message comes in for you, that there's a situation you'd understand where something needs tidying up after somebody. They've left it in a bit of a mess. Okay. And there's paperwork that should have been done that hasn't. Okay. And just look in your piles of paperwork. I feel that there's some paperwork that still needs finishing off, and you need to get it sent off. Okay. So she's still trying to organize you. Okay. But she just comes in with so much love for you, Amanda, and just keep on going. She's saying, keep on going. You've got it, girl. You know, keep on going. So take her love, and thank you for working with me. So who else have we got? Hi, Autumn. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Cindy. Who else have we got? Find it impossible. There we are, managing to move up and down. Hi, Celia. Kay, you don't often you do readings on here on sometimes, and you don't get readings yourself. Kay, you still around? If you can comment, Kay, and I'll see who it is that you want. Okay. Well, I'm waiting to get. Oh, yeah. Who was it that you wanted, love? Oh, Nick, wasn't it? Yes, Nick. I do remember, because he's saying Nick. He's saying Nick. That's who she wanted. You would understand Nick as being a slender gentleman. Your friend Nick. Yeah, you'd understand Nick being a slender built gentleman. You'd understand him being quite tall as well. Sort of 6 foot plus kind of tall. I'm not the best of heights, but I'm 5'2", so everybody's tall, but he seems a bit taller than usual there. And I know that you live in Iceland, but this sorry, Charlene, I'm very definitely with Kay, because that's the way I'm working tonight. I'm going direct and linking with people that they want, so I know I'm with those people. Okay, but thank you for commenting. So you would understand him having a heavy accent that wasn't in English, and it was that area of the world Northern European kind of accent. It's all right, Charlene, don't worry. I thought I'd just better explain. I didn't want to be rude. And he's giving me a sense of very orderly in his approach to things. He liked everything in its place. He spoke French, okay. He liked everything in its place, and he was very smart in his dress, and he was very particular about so much of his life. I don't think he was diagnosed OCD, but you could see OCD type traits because I'm getting him washing his hands and being very clean. And he had a nice smell about him as well. I want to say cologne rather than aftershave. The cologne that he wore is a nice one. It smells quite expensive because it's not heavy, but it's just nice. Okay. You do sense him yourself, and you're a medium, of course you do. And a gentleman that would have always been very polite as well. And I feel that there was this camaraderie, this closeness between you, because it was like kindred spirits. You understood each other and you came at the world in a similar direction, and you were able to make sense of the world with each other. And you would understand the cards with him. He's dealing cards out here, so I get more playing cards than tarot cards. But as I'm saying that, I know you do runes, and he's bringing in runes with that as well. But it started off as playing cards and playing card games as a memory there. But it quickly changed to the much more the runes and laying the runes out. And I do feel he actually helps you with your rune readings. So even though he was a friend on the earth plane, I feel he has shifted into that guide supporter role on the other side and supports you when you're doing your rune readings, and keeps everything organized for you. Okay, because he was that kind of gentleman and helps the runes to come out in the right way and the right thoughts to be coming through you with those rune readings. Okay. I'm aware of the time, so I want to get through at least 2 or 3 more people. So I will leave your wonderful, wonderful gentleman Nick with you, okay? And thank you for allowing me to work with you. He's saying, okay, he's saying, yeah, he's saying, I haven't given you a message yet. So he's not letting me go until I give you a message. Okay, I proved who he was. But he was wanting me to leave you with a message. And he's just giving you confidence in you. Okay, because he's saying that at times you lack that inner confidence, and it was one of the things, because you were so similar to each other, you gave each other confidence. So he's coming back especially to give you that confidence around this time. Okay, and it's that deep, real, solid, personal feeling, confident with the world feeling that he's giving me. So please take that confidence, take his love, and thank you for working with me. So if people would like to comment, and so I can see who is on here, and I'll see who is who I'm drawn to. Thank you for that feedback, Kay. Right, so we've got Autumn, we've got Mandy, we've got Lisa Paris, we've got Hannah, Geraldine, Michelle, Joe Megan. Okay, Cindy. I'm noticing some of you are putting different names different times. It doesn't just confuse me, but they're all lined up here and they don't know which one to come forward, so stick to the same one. Okay, or else I won't know which one's going to come forward. Helen Mansell. Okay. You would like Jackie, who's like mom to me, and grandma to your son. So Jackie, if I've got the right lady, Helen, you would understand your Jackie to be a real character, absolutely full of life. Blonde hair, whether it was dyed that way or natural, I'm not sure. Well, I think it was light hair anyway, but she made sure it was blonde. Let's put it that way. Okay. She's giving me the feeling that she's just full of light and energy. I feel that she would have passed with a cancerous condition, and with that she's taking me she certainly was not blonde, but did she dye herself blonde? And she's taking me to her lower abdomen with problems in that area. So is the rest of this making sense, Helen? Please, and you'd understand her smoking, but she's showing me putting it out. So that usually means with spirit that she gave up cigarettes. So much energy, she didn't pass with cancer. Okay, would you understand this condition with the lower abdomen? And would you understand her no smoke? Right, I have not got Jackie then, have I? Right, would you understand another lady in spirit connected to you that would fit all the boxes that I've just said, please? So I need this lower abdomen, I need the dye blonde, I need the personality and the smoking as well, please. Would that make sense to another person that you are linked to in spirit, please? And it could well be that you're not certain. Okay. Would you understand an auntie fitting this description, please? Okay, I'm not sure at the moment whether it's an auntie on your mum or your dad's side, but as I'm saying that, I'm drawn more to your mum's side. So would you understand an auntie on your mum's side of the family that would have fit that description? And she's saying about no. Okay, sorry, Helen, I'm not with you then. I don't know what's happened with that one. Okay, I'm going to ask her to step to one side because I'm not working with just random people coming in tonight. I very much want to do, and have been working all night on direct, so that let's keep that up. Lisa, Carol, your mother-in-law, Carol. Let's have an attempt to her. And I am sorry, Helen, that I wasn't able to link for you tonight. It does happen. Right, Carol. You'd understand Carol carrying a bit of weight, please. And you'd understand Carol driving. She's showing me driving around a lot. It's not something I often get, so that must have been significant in some way, Lisa. She's taking me to my feet and making me aware that she would have had problems with her feet, and whether it's bunions or ulcers or something like that, problems with her feet and sore feet, I feel. And with Carol, you'd understand the dry lips as well prior to her passing, and feeling very, very, very tired. She lost both of her legs. Okay. Okay, that's totally me misunderstanding what they're giving me with feet, isn't it then? Okay. She's making me feel just so tired prior to her passing, and just so ready to go as well. She was really wanting not to be here anymore by the time that she passed. She's given me the sense that with her illness, she would have fought to be healthy for a long time, but taken all sorts of different treatments and tried all sorts of different things to try and sort herself out prior to this. But right at the end there, it was like, nah, not happening, and I can't cope with this anymore, and I just need to go. You'd understand where the two children are around her as well. Either she was one of two children or she had two children. And you would understand. Yeah. You would understand physical phenomena with her as well. Her sons. Thank you. Does that make sense? Would you understand her being if not, trying to make sense of what she's given. It's like she was medium, but it's almost like she's not recognizing she was medium, but things happened around her. Is that making sense? It's like orbs, and she'd get, sensations and all sorts of things like that. Is that making sense with her? Or is it around you at the current time? It's around you at the current time, I feel. Okay, that's what she's bringing in. And she's saying, don't be frightened. It's just spirit working with you. Okay. You've really got this. You've really got this. And you'll be working with spirit in wonderful, wonderful ways. Okay. That is you. Okay. And she's just so pleased with you. And I do feel that she works with you as well, works with you on your messages and your linking. And she brings a quiet calm, but then it's like this quiet calm, but then a massive punch of energy comes in with her, which is fantastic. It's exactly what you need when you're working with spirit. So please take her love, Lisa, and thank you for working with me. Okay, everybody, we're about finished. I don't want to go before. There we are. There's my book, Universal Spiritualism Awakening. If you're at all interested in developing your own awareness of spirit, being more along your own spiritual pathway, then that is the book to get you started. Okay, it's not going into mediumship. That's my next book, which I'm just about to start writing, but this is the basis underneath it all, and it will give you massive grounding in understanding yourself, understanding spirit, and understanding your link with God, whatever you feel that God to be. Okay, the other book I've done is my totem book, and that is so you can, there's lots and lots of exercises in awakening, and there's some of those exercises can be helped with using the totem book. Okay, and you can use the totem book anyway for like oracle cards, but just use it as a flick through. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow on here we have Louise at 10 o'clock, and then we've got Anita at 5 o'clock. We've got Healing with Libby at 6 o'clock, and we've then got Nico at 9 o'clock. So, and we stream Psychic Network, Spiral, so I can't remember the name of it, onto this group. Sorry, Kelly. And it's Spiritual Ambition, and that's at 20 past 10 at night. Okay, so thank you ever so much for joining me. If you want any notifications of, I've just done the whole thing without the banners on. If you want to have notifications of when we're on for £1 a month, you can join a group, the subscribers group on Online Live Psychic Readings. You get a schedule for the week, and you also get notification whenever we go live. Okay, and for £3.49 a week, you can get a list of 50, 60 events every day delivered to your inbox, and that's £3.49 a month. So it's not a lot, but all of the money goes to help me pay for the StreamYard to make these things happen. So thank you so much for joining me here this evening. Have a fantastic rest of the day, rest of the night, wherever you are, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Thank you.